Oh no, I wonder what everyone else is wearing. Pretty much. I'm not gonna lie, I hate these gloves so much. Like, I could live with everything else but these gloves. My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. You needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and we leopards in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same having sampled our creations. Oh, I cannot wait to see these. Oh! Sorry to keep you waiting. They insisted we sample all of their concepts ere we returned. Oh boy. God damn it, Ryoche. Barely. Tis an ensemble most becoming. You know what? You rock it, Urianje. I think it's fast time we return to these clothes. I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that, in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Ithers, they will be they will most certainly have need of your attire. It is clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my taste, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by tradition or personal experience. Rather than making assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Perhaps we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflection of the source as well? Um, Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heidelin's love for Aetherius, and the salvation of the people on that star, and that star alone, has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. I I suppose you're right. Living Way, might we leave you to explore best ways burrows unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later, then. You see, baby cat? If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wished to speak with you about. Let us be off then, shall we? I mean, in all fairness, like, we literally just all just still could wear a burlap sack and still rock it. I mean, my apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Ithers, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Ithers refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait, you still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is. I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon. Well, I'm being kind of lazy about that. You're here. You're really here. Well, let's see where we will be living, like what our rooms will look like. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? Vamron Hunter. Eh? Ricky, even your names are amazing. Well, Vamron, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready.
Ready in the teleporter.
Oh, your voice is a lot deeper than I thought. That's not good.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Oh, Arianje, what you doing?
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, Brutally, even.
It would be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. That difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
Damn.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask, yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it though. You really would have liked it. Oh, well, that's nice. Alright, I will be right back. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning this for far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Ithias won't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's fair. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Caterium, and wait until you see what's waiting for you in the east end of the borough. Follow me. Let's see what's on this wing. Good, you're here. Through this door is Greatest Endsville? It was named as such because it's the veil to end all veils, the most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understood that the people of Ithris enjoy taking leisurely walks around through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain, this way? Oh, I'm pretty sure this place is going to be beautiful. I was right. Danger Bunny. Oh, so Wolf, did you hear that the combat music's different for the moon? That's pretty. So, what did you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime. Right you are. Our forest is made of crystals and constructs, building the landscape as far as the eye can see. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we'd never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborator was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as you'd find in a forest on Ethers. The fountain here behind us, powered by a rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. It is very round. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come here. You look like you could do with a stretch yourself. That doesn't sound like a good idea, not gonna lie. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight worth the many years spent building this place. If it's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to walk through the forest with someone from Ithius. Could we maybe... Before I do, we should wolf this combat music. You will? Oh, be still. Oh, be still, my quivering whiskers. I was thinking, Vamron, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little more about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiark, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Hydaelyn gave us our first task: furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travels to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Hydaelyn shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyways, let's keep moving. Let's see if you can taste the rainbow crystal. What? No, I'm not sure what it is you do with crystals on Aetheris, but we don't eat them, and certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Hydaelyn's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Ithius. A conjuring of fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them. For example, put simply, the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is mostly barren. Of course, this is all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiark in check. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we started sooner. We would have thought we needed 4,000 years to make all this. It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, when that bizarre red satellite was set up from Ithiers, the Allegan's mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. The F was that? I can't tell you how relieved we were when Heidelin informed us it was of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that day. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're massive crystals and not trees. I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun is similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather, a close approximation of it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvatures. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest. Huh. They sure do. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh, right. The propulsion system and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Aetheris. Why not go and visit Aetheris yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology and knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the result could be disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Heidelin. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find people on Aetheris we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. I guess? I don't know. It was just very odd. With the exception of routine inspection and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited. Hopefully Heidelin would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and though her powers was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like the greatest Endwalker. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it meant a lot to me. There you are. I take it you've already received the grand tour. A shame we missed it. Growing Way, I've been looking all over for you. Oh,